It is the 31st of August. There is a large crowd gathered in the municipal field to celebrate Independence Day. They are waiting for the countdown. Wow! There is a fireworks display. During a firework display, chemical changes happen. Do you know what a chemical change is? At the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain what is a chemical change. Give examples of chemical changes in daily life. Compare and contrast physical changes and chemical changes. What is a chemical change? Discuss what happened. When paper is burning, an apple changes in color, and fireworks exploding, chemical changes happen. A chemical change occurs when substances react and produce new substances. The new substances have properties which are different from those of the original substances. Paper, which contains carbon, will react with oxygen in the air during the burning process, thus producing carbon dioxide. Apples, which contain ferrous iron, will react with oxygen in the air, thus producing ferrous oxide. Fireworks, which contain magnesium, will react with oxygen in the air to produce magnesium oxide. It is not reversible. This chemical change needs energy to make it happen. There are many examples of chemical changes around us. Let us look at a few of them. A piece of iron metal should not be left exposed to water. If a piece of metal is exposed to the rain for some time, what do you think will happen to the metal? Discuss and click to confirm your answer. The metal will rust due to the reaction of iron with oxygen in the presence of water. Iron 3 oxides are formed. This is a chemical change. A new substance is formed. There is a change in the chemical composition and properties of the iron. The man is sweeping dry leaves into a large pile. Now he is going to burn the pile of leaves. He takes out a match and strikes it. The match is lit up. Now help him burn the leaves. Drag the match to the dry leaves. The leaves burn. When a match is lit and dry leaves are burnt, what happens? Discuss and click to check your answer. Burning is a process where chemical change occurs. Carbon in the matchstick and leaves react with the oxygen in air, producing carbon dioxide. A new substance is formed. A chemical change absorbs or releases a lot of energy. Here is another example of a chemical change. Break an egg onto the frying pan. Click on the egg. Let the egg cook. Click on the egg. A chemical change has occurred. a new substance is produced. An irreversible process has happened. The picture shows a tree. Trees are plants. Plants produce food through photosynthesis. What are the requirements for photosynthesis? Click on the leaf. Photosynthesis will occur in the presence of water, carbon dioxide, sunlight, and chlorophyll. What are the products of photosynthesis? Click on the arrow. Photosynthesis produces oxygen and glucose. A chemical change has happened. New substances are produced. Photosynthesis will occur in the presence of water, carbon dioxide, sunlight, and chlorophyll. Characteristics of chemical changes are: new substances formed, change in chemical composition and properties, absorb or release energy, irreversible and permanent. Let us compare and contrast between physical changes and chemical changes. Click each box in the table. Both changes involve energy. There is no new substance formed with physical changes, whereas with chemical changes, a new substance will be produced. The energy requirement for physical change is less, but in chemical change, the process involves the absorption and release of more energy. A physical change is a reversible process, whereas a chemical change is an irreversible process. Chemical composition and properties do not change when physical changes occur, but do occur in chemical changes.
Let us conduct an activity to study chemical changes, which is the heating of copper 2 carbonate. The apparatus that we need are a boiling tube, test tube, rubber stopper, delivery tube, retort stand, and a Bunsen burner. The materials that we need are copper 2 carbonate and lime water. Set up the apparatus as shown. Heat the copper 2 carbonate strongly. Click the Bunsen burner. What happens? See the changes to the copper 2 carbonate and also the lime water. Click the check box. A black solid is formed in the test tube after heating. The lime water turns cloudy. We can see that new substances are formed. A chemical change has occurred. Copper 2 carbonate, when heated, will produce copper 2 oxide and carbon dioxide. This process is irreversible. Next, we are going to do the activity of soaking a fresh iron nail in water. The apparatus we need are test tube, retort stand, and iron nails. The material we need is water. Put the iron nails into a test tube filled with water. Leave for 2 days. Click on the clock. The color of nail changes from gray to reddish brown. Rusting is a reaction of iron with water and oxygen to form rusted iron, which is iron 3 oxide. A chemical change has taken place. Iron reacts with oxygen, produces iron 3 oxide. There is a change in chemical composition and properties. Choose the correct characteristic of the physical and chemical changes. Drag and drop the answers into the table. One. Which of the following is a chemical change that occurs during the making of a car? A. Painting the body of the car. B. Fixing accessories into the car. C. Rolling the steel into sheets. D. Making plastic from oil products.
Your answer is correct.
2. Which of the following combination of factors is evidence of the occurrence of a chemical change? 1. Production of gas. 2. Formation of precipitate. 3. Irreversible. A. 1, 2, and 3. B. 1 and 2. C. 1 and 3. D. 2 and 3.
Your answer is correct.
3. Choose the picture which shows chemical change.
Your answer is correct.
4. Which of the following is the difference between physical and chemical changes? A.
Physical change involves more energy compared to chemical change.
B. Physical change is reversible and chemical change is irreversible. C. Physical change produces new products and chemical change does not produce new products. D. Physical change causes changes in chemical composition and chemical change causes changes in physical properties.
Your answer is correct.
5. Which of the following involves a chemical change? 1. The rotting of egg. 2. Milk turns sour. 3. An apple slice turns brown. A. 1, 2, and 3. B. 1 and 2. C. 1 and 3. D. 2 and 3.
Your answer is correct.
Figure shows the burning of magnesium in air. A bright white flame was observed. Fill in the blanks with the correct answers. A. What kind of change is this? B. Give 2 reasons to explain your answer in A above. C. Write down the chemical reaction equation that occurs. D. Are there any new substances formed? If yes, name the substance.
Summary. From our lesson, we know that Chemical change produces new substances that have properties which are different from those of the original substances. Characteristics of chemical changes are: new substances are produced, irreversible, absorbs and releases more energy, changes in chemical composition and properties.
The photos show an electroplating process and an object being painted. Rust is an undesirable chemical change. Electroplating and painting are processes that can prevent rust. How do these two processes prevent rust from occurring? Click the Info button to know more. Electroplating is the coating of an electrically conductive item with a layer of metal using electrical current. The result is a thin, smooth, even coat of metal on the object. Corrosion control can be done using a coating to isolate the metal from the environment, such as paint. Electroplating and painting prevent metal contact with water and oxygen.